It has been a dark week for the environment of Terra. As the crypto market's confidence in the project and its relationship to the unstable UST stablecoin have been questioned, Luna has been in freefall. In the past, Luna has lost 98% of its value to trade below $1, but the project's founder, Do Kwon, believes he has a plan to save it. However, things could become far worse before they improve. At the time of this production, Luna is trading at $0.0018, down 94% in the last day and 98% in the last week. Last week at this time, Luna was trading at $85 per share until it all blew up in flames. But what are the plans of Do Kwon to revive Terra Luna? Do Kwon has teased on Twitter that he has a strategy to save Luna, which has led to a great deal of discussion among crypto enthusiasts. Alameda Research, founded by Sam Bankman-Fried, is one of the firms interested in rescuing UST, along with Jump Capital, according to some reports. Is he really going to save this coin? Hello, and welcome to another The Trend video. In this video, we are going to talk about Do Kwon's master plan to save Terra Luna. Before moving further, kindly like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our upcoming amazing videos. There is a rumor spreading about Jump, Alameda, etc., providing another $2 billion to bail out UST. Whether the rumor is true or not, it makes sense for them to spread. The biggest question here is, even if they can get it to $1 by some miracle, the trust is irreversibly gone. After holding the crypto community in suspense, Kwon revealed his strategy. He began by expressing sympathy for the Terra community, stating, "I understand the last 72 hours have been extremely tough on all of you. Know that I am resolved to work with every one of you to weather the crisis, and we will build our way out of this." Kwon added that his organization has implemented a price stabilization mechanism to absorb UST supply. But the cost of absorbing so many stablecoins at the same time has stretched out the on-chain swap spread to 40%. The Luna price has diminished dramatically, absorbing the ARBs. Arbitrage is the trading method in which traders purchase or sell Luna for UST in order to maintain peg while generating profit. Before embarking on the voyage of repegging, the Terraform Labs founder is aware that the only route forward is to absorb the stablecoin supply that wishes to exit. In this regard, he supported Community Proposal 1164, which proposes quadrupling Luna's minting capacity from $293 million to $1.2 billion. In order to sustain the value of the UST stablecoin, Kwon will manufacture 4 times as many Luna tokens and then sell them on the open market. Currently, the Luna price is falling, and as soon as the proposal is implemented, the supply will nearly immediately increase. Obviously, an increase in supply could be disastrous for the cryptocurrency, suggesting that Luna's situation could deteriorate substantially before it improves. Kwon also disclosed that there are plans to ensure that the entire UST supply is collateralized, meaning that there will be monies held in reserve for each UST. This is the concept that Tether and USD Coin employ, and is a departure from the algorithmic nature of UST. After 2 days of silence, the Terra founder has released a fresh governance proposal to maintain the community and pay token holders. Do Kwon has put out a proposal to save the Terra ecosystem in the wake of the historical depegging of its algorithmic stablecoin, UST, and the ensuing death spiral that drove Terra Luna tokens to almost nothing. Kwon said on Friday on Terra's research forum, "The Terra community must resemble the chain in order to protect the community and developer environment." In response to validator groups discussing the potential for forking the Terra chain, he proposed compensating UST and Luna holders who were unable or unwilling to sell their assets during this week's price decline. Kwon proposed that validators reset network ownership to 1 billion tokens, which would be allocated to Luna and UST holders as well as a community fund to finance future development. Specifically, 40% of newly distributed tokens would go to Luna holders who held the asset before the debugging event. 40% would go to UST holders on a pro rata basis at the time of the new network upgrade. 10% would be allocated to Luna holders just before the chain ceased operations. And 10% would be allocated to the development pool. Regarding UST ever being repegged to the US dollar, Kwon stated that it would likely make no difference in light of this week's large liquidity events across the Terra ecosystem. Confidence in the stablecoin paradigm has been irreparably destroyed. He elaborated. Even if the peg were to eventually restore after the last marginal buyers and sellers have capitulated, the holders of Luna have so severely been liquidated and diluted that we will lack the ecosystem to build back up from the ashes. According to CoinMarketCap, Luna's market cap exceeded $41 billion at its peak in early April. The peak value of Terra's UST, which is no longer considered a stablecoin, was about $19 billion. On Friday, after losing parity with the dollar, USD plummeted to a low of approximately 13 cents. Meanwhile, Kwon stated that despite the impossibility of entirely restoring the blockchain's value, the redistribution plan must reward the network's debt holders and loyal community members and builders. Kwon's proposal was filed around 2 days after he published a plan to save UST's dollar peg, which included extending the protocol's minting capacity and raising the pool of special drawing rights. As the price of Luna and its sibling token continued to plunge, the idea failed to garner support from the so-called lunatics community. On the other hand, Do Kwons' revival plan is getting under the heat. The CEO of the largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance, criticized Do Kwons' recovery plans and disclosed that he does not believe Luna can recover and return to $120. Shao stated that this would not work since forking does not add value to the new fork. He said it was wishful thinking because one cannot cancel all on-chain and off-chain transactions after old snapshot. On behalf of Binance, CZ requested that the Terra team reimburse retail users first. He also backed the prioritization of smaller wallets with US dollar deposits on Anchor. Meanwhile, last week, market makers, including those employed by LFG, sent 84,000 Bitcoin worth around $2.5 billion to several exchanges, as disclosed by the CEO of CryptoQuant. He said it is unknown whether the BTC tokens were actually sold, but it is highly likely that Coinbase absorbed most of the recent selling pressure, and attempts to recover stablecoin UST were unsuccessful. On the other hand, Kwon has asked for the community's patience, as Terraform Labs focuses on several initiatives to stabilize UST, repeg it, and accelerate Luna's recovery. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Do Kwon is going to save Terra Luna with his master plan? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the video. If you found it informative, do like and subscribe. And don't forget to give us comments to provide us with your valuable feedback. Plus, if you want to suggest a topic for the next video, feel free to tell us. See you in the next video, and until then, stay tuned to the trend.